So you probably already have your Christmas dinner planned, but do you know which wine you're serving alongside it? From the perfect bubbly and port to everything in between, wine expert Natalie MacLean has us covered, and she's here with a ton of ideas. Good morning, great to see you.
Great to see you too.
Okay, so a lot of people, when they have a Christmas party, they put out a couple of bottles of red, a couple of bottles of white, they call it a night.
Right.
And you're saying that's not necessarily the way to go.
Oh, 'tis the season. Make it more festive, give a selection. You know, the big centerpiece of the holidays is often a turkey dinner.
Yeah.
And you know how many side dishes we have. Why not do the same with wine? Lots of different side dishes, lots of different choices, especially if you have a bigger gathering. Give people a choice.
So we're really talking about a pairing here.
Exactly.
Pairing different aspects of the meal with different wines.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start at the beginning of the evening and
Yes.
we'll work our way down.
Okay.
So here you've got an incredible plate.
Yes.
An assortment of so many different flavors.
Right. So you can, start the meal, or actually before the meal, you can have nuts and cheese and everything else. And I love to start with bubbly. Now, we've got a champagne here, which is beautiful, but I've also got a Canadian sparkling wine, a rosé sparkler, and I'm just going to top this up for you, Ben. And I find this so festive. It's a great pre-dinner drink, but you can also keep sipping it throughout the meal. So it's going to go with all these salty snacks.
That's very nice.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. Let me see.
And you could keep going with the turkey. You could drink this throughout the meal. So you also have other alternatives to bubbly. You have Prosecco from Italy, a sparkling wine from California, and over here I even have a sherry, which is a lovely start to the meal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. With nuts, it's dry and it's nutty. It's a great start.
Is there something about the bubbles starting it with something like this as opposed to sort of a regular red or white wine?
Great question. So that swarm of bubbles and the natural acidity of the wine are like little palate scrubbers. So you have a salty nut or a chip, and then you take a sip of the wine, it refreshes your palate.
And then you can start clean going into the main meal.
Exactly, you are ready. It literally whets your appetite. You feel like the acidity, like the juice running, right?
The juice is running.
So it's getting you ready for the meal.
I'm ready for the turkey. Okay, so the turkey typically, especially the white meat that a lot of people go for, it can have a bit of a dry consistency to it. So what do you recommend? I'm guessing we're looking to counter that a little bit?
Exactly. So, yeah, it can be a dry bird, especially at my house, but I always fix things with wine.
Yes.
So you want to get something in the wine that is really juicy. Get those juices running. So like a crisp Pinot Grigio, a Sauvignon Blanc, give that one a try. Your favorite as well, a rosé. You need to be thorough here.
A lot of people think rosé is a summertime drink.
Yes, no, it's not. It's year-round. It's not like this, don't wear white after Labor Day.
Right.
You can drink rosé year-round because what with rosé, the specialty of it is it gets the juices running. It's got this strawberry, raspberry flavor, but it doesn't have the heavy alcohol and tannin.
Okay.
So you're not asleep on the sofa at 7, especially after Christmas dinner. And it goes really brilliantly with turkey.
So you know what else goes brilliantly with turkey? Sides.
Yes.
Christmas is all about the sides.
Right?
So what do we pair with all of these delicious carbs?
Exactly. I think of like cranberry sauce. Turkey is just the excuse to have cranberry sauce.
It's the vehicle for all of this stuff.
It is.
I agree.
It is, just to get to the side. So with this, you've got a lot of spicy, sweet and sour, buttery notes. So it depends on which sides you like the best. We can match each to each. So with cranberry sauce, you might be looking at like a beautiful Canadian Pinot Noir or a Riesling with the buttery potatoes. A creamy, buttery Chardonnay would be beautiful with the mashed.
I'm going to give this red wine right here
Give it a try. This one's from Niagara. It's a beautiful red Pinot. And you can imagine it with, it's almost like liquid cranberries, right? Yeah, so you can see how the flavors mirror each other.
That's wonderful.
But I hear you're a dark meat fan when it comes to turkey.
I am, yeah.
All right, so you want something more full-bodied, like a Malbec from Argentina, absolutely, or a Shiraz from Australia. Because then you're going to get the dark on dark.
That's great.
Plummy, dark berry flavors.
So you go dark with the dark. Okay,
yes, exactly.
That's good.
Or light with the light.
And finally, let's finish up with dessert.
Yes.
Everyone, there's always room for dessert, even though logically there shouldn't be. The amount that we eat in the main course.
It's amazing, isn't it? So the rule of thumb with dessert is make sure your wine is sweeter than the dessert.
Really?
Exactly. So if it's not, the wine will taste bitter by comparison.
Okay.
Okay, so here we have some lovely desserts, creme brulee and a pumpkin pie, which are great because they're not too sweet.
Okay.
So a Canadian late harvest wine, or a Riesling ice wine.
Okay, let me try the ice wine.
These are beautiful. It's like...
So this would go with my creme brulee.
It would, because it's definitely sweeter than the creme brulee. It's like apricot. preserves. You know what's nice about this, Ben, is that it's low alcohol. It's about 10% alcohol.
Okay.
So it's not a heavy hitter. Again, you can enjoy the whole evening. Or a framboise or a port. That's when you get into the serious business of a fortified wine.
Thank you so much. These are all wonderful ideas. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Yes,
Hope to see you again soon.
All right. Cheers, Ben.